Bradley here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So today we have my lock tutorial.
Yes.
I went viral last year for this lock tutorial on TikTok, and then pages started, you know, doing what they do, circulating the video, and I had to chase my content down to be like, no, this is how I do my locks, okay? I am the girl who said this is how I do my locks. After that tutorial went viral, I hadn't locked my hair again. So I wanted to also make an official YouTube version, and this time we're using super cute colors. We're using a bit more bulk hair. We did tweak it a little bit for summer 2025, and I think it's giving. If you want to get into this tutorial, please be sure to keep watching, but before that, subscribe to me. Scroll down, smash the subscribe button, join the BRATTALIE gang, and let's get into today's video. Okay, so before we get into the meat and potatoes of the tutorial, I just want to make sure that I have all my ducks in a row as it comes to hair. I want to get that out the way because that's always the first question people ask. So for the locks, we're using the ZURY Hollywood BONITA BOHO 2X in Sombre 30. You need 4 packs of this. I used the OUTRE Brazilian purple pack. This is the blonde hair you see. It came with a closure and some bundles. I cut those hoes. That is how I got the blonde bulk hair. I don't even know if I showed you the color. DR27613. I used to wrap my hair the OUTRE Springy Afro Twist 3X in the shade 2T1B/30. You'll hear me say at the end of the video that I do think I could have chosen maybe like a 4 or a different color for this because it is a bit more on the red brown side. Olive is fine, but do keep that in mind. And yeah, I think that that's all it is. I did pick up a pack of brown bulk hair, also the OUTRE line. I think I have that card somewhere. I do. It is the Brazilian boho hair, the same as the blonde, but they didn't have the blonde in this like bulk hair pack, so I just bought basically make your wig or make your frontal style and cut it off. So I haven't used that brown hair. It basically looks exactly like this hair, maybe a little bit more chocolate brown, but I have it in case I ever find that I want to add more curls the same way that I want to add more blonde to this style. So that being said, let's get into today's tutorial. I feel like I never post hair tutorials on YouTube, so I'm gonna be filming. So we're using the BONITA BOHO 2X lock. I used these last time, love them. We're gonna use them again. I tried to do something different this time. I tried a couple days ago. It did not work. It was a failure. So we're gonna go with our old reliable method. I already started sectioning my hair, and I'm gonna start at the front, work my way back. The only reason why I'm doing that is because my sister helps me at the back if I can't do it, and she's not home yet, and it just makes sense to at least get started. So let's get into it. Nice part about locks is you actually don't need your parts to be like perfect. They can be clean, but they don't gotta be perfect compared to like a box braid, you know? And my method involves crocheting, so all I have to do is start braiding my hair. If you're braiding, braid in the middle, like don't braid downward or flat because you want this to still move like a single braid, single lock. And if you braid down, then it's going to be like this, and it's going to be harder to manipulate when it's time to try and put them up and wear them like locks. Okay, so let's braid the rest of this hair up. So doing my mini braids took all last night, a full 6 hours. So I went to work like this today, and ain't no shame in my game. It's kind of cute. No, it eats. I look like a kindergarten teacher. That's okay. I'm fine with it. But I'm basically gonna show you guys how I do a lock until my braids are done, and then I can just focus on locking the hair. Let's do one at the front. It's actually a pretty good match.
Alright gang, here's the real-time walkthrough. Take your beader and slide it through the base of the lock. Then you're going to feed your lock through the end of the beader, over the hoop, and continue to slide the beader through. Open the hole of the beader and grab your mini braid. Then you're going to pull your mini braid through the base of itself. You should have the lock on your mini braid in kind of a hoop or a loop fashion, but one that's easy to manipulate. Then you're going to take the end of your mini braid and you're going to wrap it around just the mini braid. Do not wrap the end of the mini braid around the lock. This is just around the mini braid itself. Continue to turn and twist until it is completely around the mini braid. Then you're going to grab your bulk hair. How I do it is I stretch the bulk hair along the length of the mini braid and a little bit down the lock. And then I hold a lot of it in my hand and I begin to twist at the root. I twist and I twist and I lock the hair basically around the mini braid first, and then I continue to work that bulk hair up and down the mini braid, just the mini braid itself, so that the lock is secure. You keep twisting downward until you reach basically the lock hair that's in your hand, or until the hair that you're twisting is finished. I'm going to go on to say in the yap through, you don't want to have too much hair for this part, and I am just going to reiterate that now. You don't want to have too much hair for this part, because the way that the twisting works and the way that it actually interlocks only works best if you have minimal hair. And as you can see, I'm dropping and letting hair go. I don't need that. I really need the hair to lock on itself, and that really only works if the hair is thin. If the hair is bulky and thick, it doesn't work. If you think about real locks, you don't have people taking huge pieces of hair and trying to lock them together. That takes a long time to actually happen, like if you were going to do wicks or something like that. So you really want the hair to be as thin and, you know, manipulatable as possible. Is that a word? So now we've freed the hair that was in the palm holding the lock, and we are taking that bulk hair and we are working it up and down the body of the lock. So at first we fused and, you know, attached the root of the lock. Now we're fusing and attaching the base of the lock. I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but it's the only way that I can think of right now. And basically you get this seamless blend from root to body, and it looks natural. It's not too bulky, and the hair has interlocked.
There's literally a mosquito trying to run from the rain, so I'm gonna try to talk over it. Okay, so this is the lock. This is the root. So you can see what I did. I added a piece of hair in. So basically we're gonna get the vibe. It is attached, it is secure. I'm not worried about my hair. I'm not worried about cutting up my hair. I've done this all last year. I think I did it like 3 times, especially summer. Once summer comes, I lock up my hair. So for me, this is the method to lock my hair. I cannot, for the life of me, do an invisible anything. Invisible lock, invisible braid, invisible nothing. None of that works, but crocheting in to a mini braid works perfectly, and it looks so good. Am I lying? And I'm happy I chose the color for the summer. I feel like this is gonna be really poppin' and really eat. Because look how nice this looks, just like this honey blonde moment. I'm going for like the Cowboy Carter, Blue Ivy, Beyonce of it all. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how I attach this. I did all that yapping just to say, I'm gonna show you what I did, but I just don't wanna be on camera the whole time I'm doing it. That's just a long, pointless video. I'd rather show you what it looks like and show you how to do it. And I low-key also forgot how to do it, so I had to like collect myself off camera. Your hair is gonna look like this, your bulk hair. You're gonna wanna cut it. Now, usually I cut it in half. I only needed a pack. I actually, again, was trying to do another style, and for that style, this is what I was gonna be twisting with. So I had bought 3 packs, but then once that flopped, I kept this pack because I'm gonna need it to wrap my hair. But the reason why you're only gonna need 1 pack is because you're gonna cut this, all right? You can cut them in half. This is not even the whole pack. Half of it's still on my desk, but we don't need to cut everything at once, okay? I forgot to do this step when I was doing this lock, and I was like, why is this so long? So the reason why you're going to cut this is because this is what you're using to wrap your locks. And why mine looks so natural is because I start with small pieces. So not just like thin pieces, I also start with short pieces. If you're gonna just take a chunk of hair from the pack, that's why your lock is going to look boxy. It's not gonna look as cute because unfortunately you started with this much hair and you just started wrapping. Yeah, no, cut that in half. And also like separate it. Like I just think of if I had locks, like my sister has locks, my entire family has locks actually. If I had locks and say I went for a retwist, how much hair is going to be out of the lock? Not that much. It's going to be a couple coils. So don't be just grabbing the bulk hair out the pack like a maniac. Get yourself sorted. So I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. And the nice part about lock styles is you can keep like all these little weird wisps that maybe fall out or come out entangling, keep them for wrapping, because you 9 times out of 10 can probably use it as is. It's just going to be perfectly fine. But I just keep them separately from my like ready to go, you know, hair. So I won't lie to you, I'm not going to show you my station because I'm set up here, but I have like the bulk hair, the lock, like everything's ready to go. You want to make this process as easy as possible. I'm not using any gels. I have Shine and Gem on hand because sometimes when it comes to maybe wrapping, I might feel like I need a little something on my fingers, but I go into this style with the intention of not using any product. Like even on my hair, I barely blow dry stretched it. Like I let my hair air dry and then I just blow dried a little bit, but everything I want to look like a lock. I want it to look and feel as natural as possible. So I don't blow dry my hair bone straight, which is also why I think twisting and braiding never works for me, because I have no desire to blow dry my hair that much and then wrap it up in Kanekalon. So I think that's part of it. But anyways, again, once you've done your mini twist, again, this takes like 6 hours, girl. So usually I start this style first thing in the morning. Half the day is spent doing the mini braids, the other half of the day is doing the actual install. Yesterday I did them after work, like from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. It's 7:30 now. I'm gonna see how long this takes me. But basically you're gonna create a sandwich. Hopefully I'll be super zoomed. I think I want you guys to be higher though. Yeah, so you can see what exactly it is I'm doing. So you have your box. You're gonna take your beader. You're gonna slide that through the base of your lock, okay? She's in there. Flip this hair back. On the end of your beader, you're gonna slide your lock on, okay? Just past the hole. Then you're gonna take your hair, feed it into the hole, and then you're going to pull your hair through the lock and through the base of your mini braid. That should create a link. So as you can see, I'm holding onto one end of my hair, the lock is on this loop of hair, and that's our little sandwich. Now you can put your beater down. You're going to wrap your hair around itself. The way I do it, my hair never touches the lock, okay? I'm gonna repeat that because when this went on TikTok and when it went viral, people could not comprehend how I do not cut my hair whenever I take down my locks. My hair is nowhere close to the lock that I'm crocheting onto my hair, okay? So what I do is I wrap my hair around itself, okay? Yeah. And because I'm not using product, the likelihood of my hair locking is minimal. That's another big thing. When you're using a gel or a beeswax or whatever, yeah, it's gonna lock on because you've basically jammed it together, and then let dirt and sweat and whatever else happens in our head tops come into the mix. Of course it's gonna lock. So I have nothing in my hair right now. I'm just grabbing some of the bulk hair. This is too big a piece. Yes, it's short, it's too thick. So I split that. So again, I have my hair, I'm pinching my hair. The lock itself is, again, free. You're gonna take your bulk hair, you're gonna stretch it and include it in your little pinch, okay? And then you're going to start at the root and start to wrap. So the reason I do it this way, oh, girl, nobody called you. So the reason I do it this way is because if I need to cut these locks out of my head, I can. I already know my hair is only where the hair is wrapped because this is the method. So literally, these little mini braids want to be involved so bad. The method is to start at the root and work my way down, but we still have, oh my god, this one braid is pissing me off. We still have a fistful of hair in here, so don't forget about that. Girl, somebody tell this one to behave. Okay, so now that we've secured the root and we have that nice natural looking seamless blend, we can start making our way down the lock. And again, this is why it's good that the hair is thin. You can also start going back up the lock. Let this literally interlock on itself as a lock would. Come back down. Like, I just play around, like I just do whatever feels right. And then I let go of whatever was in my hand and I wind that up. Twisting upward. Basically locking in the first half. And because the hair is so thin, it just locks. Like, it's so simple and like easy that it kind of feels dumb that more people don't do it this way. And it also makes me feel dumb for spending money on this specific style. Like, if you notice, whenever I get my hair done, it's never locked because I can do them myself. And because it's literally that simple, that took me all of 5 minutes. I was talking a lot too, granted. But yeah, that's how we get it to look super natural. The braid is in there, it's covered. I hate the top of this one, but the first one's always gonna look a little crazy. But yeah, that's it. And then I'm gonna show you how I added this piece in. This I'm new to because I don't really crochet much, but I'm just trying to think of how I just did it logically. So I have my crochet hook now. This I don't care about using on the lock because it's not snagging my hair and it's actually good to snag the lock. Have this girl open. Let's make sure that they're kind of on the same size level. Put my little blonde piece through. Close the hook. Pull that through. Come off. And start like a knot. So through my loop I took one of the ends and pulled it through. I'm gonna take bulk hair and I'm just gonna wrap that around and basically fuse it to the lock and bring some harmony. And now it looks more, Jesus. And now it looks more natural. You can barely tell that I crocheted that on. That's it. So, tutorial done. Now I'm going to do the rest of my hair. I might pop on camera if I think of anything else, or if I want to show you anything else, but I just wanted to give you like a really good in-depth slow tutorial because I understand. And again, I love this hair because there's hair on the bottom, so it gives that fullness even though my boxes are kind of medium big. And yeah, any other places of volume I'll just crochet hair on. Let me go finish my hair. Actually, let me go eat dinner, finish my hair, and yeah, that's it. Ooh. So we're back. I've had these locks in for like 4 days. I went to a wedding with them, which means that they're matted. And a lot of people asked me when I first posted on TikTok, how do you avoid the matting? You don't, babe, they're locks. So they're going to mat, and especially, I wouldn't even say it's a synthetic hair thing because I've done long braid styles with human hair. Is still matte. It's gonna matte all the same. That's the same way and reason why people have actual locks in their head, because hair will matte. So this is what we're looking like. I love the blonde. I'm gonna add more blonde in over time the more that I like wear the style, because I've been wearing it in a side part and I feel like I'm missing some blonde here. So I think that just over time I'm gonna continue to add the blonde in. My scissors. So back to matting, you cannot prevent it. You can only roll with it and cut it out. So you're gonna need some hair scissors. You're gonna need a spray bottle with some water. You're gonna need mousse and a good gel. And you're just gonna have to do this for the first couple days that you have these in. And I think that that's my, like, there's no way around it. I've done this style a million times. And this is literally all I do in the first couple days is just run my fingers through it, try to separate as much as possible. And they also make this in a really good 27 that's also very brown. just cutting. I might stand up so you can see. That's a very brown 27, and that one's more like, this one's more chocolate and that one's more of like a red brown. So I really do like this hair because they have so many options. But why I like this brown is because I feel like it goes really well with the blonde, and I don't think that that red brown would have gone as well with the blonde, and I really wanted it to be this. When I first bought this hair that I used to wrap said 30. Yeah, it's 1B30, but they're different brands, and this 1B30 is more red brown, like a 27. So I feel like in the future I'm gonna note that, because I really do want to do this exact color. I'm probably gonna keep this all summer, see what I can maintain. And I feel like that red brown is really low-key aggravating me, but also kind of adding to the whole lock aesthetic. So I'm not too mad about it, but it could be a better match, I won't lie. Like, that's super, and it's not all like that. Like, there's some parts that are like brown, there's some parts that are red brown, but hey, we move. Again, I was just making my way downtown, moving my fingers through this hair, and just see how I, like, literally, I'm just running my scissors through knots safely and carefully. Like, once I can, I'm not even running my fingers all the way through, just detangling. I have a, actually I have a spray that detangles hair. Hold on, I'm gonna take a quick intermission. Where is it? Because I took out a bunch of stuff. It's this Wig Shine oil free. Let's spray some of this. If you can take the time to do this day one, you probably won't have as much matting as me, but I literally finished this hair at 3 o'clock in the morning, still had to go to the hair store the next day to finish 15 locks with an extra pack. And then I had to go straight to a wedding, and being at a wedding, I was dancing, okay? So this hair was getting jostled around, and that means that it matted ultra. So try to do that. And I didn't touch it all weekend. I literally left the bird's nest up until today. I think I cut out a piece on Sunday morning, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave the rest to show you guys what I do. Yeah, boho styles are not for the weak. I know y'all think it's just cutesy, but that's why they're girlies. Some girlies complain, especially, I wouldn't recommend even traveling with a boho style. I went to Jamaica last year, and it's like you can't even swim. Like, it's too much hair. It's too heavy, it's too big. It looks great, for sure, but take it from me. This is like my summer style, not my vacation style. Honestly, my vacation style would be my natural hair. Just go in with like a bun. Highly recommend. I know you might be watching this. Hold on, actually. Finish. You might be watching this like, girl, it's not human hair. I know, but again, if I want this to matte in a cute way, or at least preserve the synthetic curl, I want it to be wet. I want the mousse to do its thing. I don't want it, again, because I went to this wedding, I didn't think about it. I don't want it to be frizzy. So, like that, gotta go. And I'll cut off pieces of hair, I don't care. I want the curls to pop. And luckily for me, I also did buy a bulk hair that is this same brown. So I can add in more of these brown curls if I feel like I'm losing them. Yeah, and you're probably gonna have to do this, I wanna say not every day, but a lot of the first 2 weeks that you have this style in. Real time, we're at about 8 minutes. But it's worth it when you have this style in for a good 2 months and you don't have to see like this. Pooja, what are you doing here? Pooja, what is this behavior? So I like to make sure it's really well detangled before I go in with the mousse. I have so many mousse. Like, these kids always have recess. Like, there's always kids outside. And then lastly, you want to take something super holding. This could be got to be gel, got to be freeze spray. I'm using my wig bond. I'm just using that to keep everything curl wise in place, intact. Like, you just need something that's really sticky, that's gonna dry clear, because again, I want these curls to kind of like mat together so that over time they still look like this, but they're not like matting in like a messy like hairball type of knot. I want them to mat like in curl form, as in stay together, give me this look for 2 months, mat even around the lock, I don't care, but stop sticking to my chain, stop making these hairballs. I don't want it to mat like that. I want it to mat together with the hair as one unit. And then just let this dry adequately and you're done. Done, 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 done. And before I forget, you want to make sure to twist your hair before going to bed. This does not have to happen forever, but specifically when you're in this detangling phase, you want to 2-strand twist a lot of these large clumps because you want to keep what you're doing intact. There's no point. It's going to keep matting over and over again, especially while you sleep, especially with like sticky products like mousse, gel, or hairspray in. So literally just delicately separating and just twist like just this. Put it in a bonnet, get a big bonnet. I don't even know where mine is, but I'll show you how big it is. And like do like 2 or 4 depending on how you're feeling, just like this. It doesn't have to be like down to the end, but just to keep separate the curls and keep them defined still without continuing to mat, continuing to tangle. I just got ready for work and I was like, I have to tell you this one tip before I forget. This is how big my bonnet is when I have my locks in. This is my normal size bonnet. Like, there's a big difference, but again, you want to give your locks room. You want to be able to sleep with them, flip them over in your sleep. You don't want to keep them compact because then they're going to continue to mat. It's not going to get any better, babes. But yeah, just had to pop on here and say that. And I want to head to work. Have a blessed day, baby. Okay, so that's it for my lock video. As you can see, like, the blonde is definitely hiding. So I want to add more just so I can see her all the way throughout, but I am really happy with how this comes out every time I do it. Like, it's like a foolproof way to have a hairstyle, lock my hair for a couple weeks, and my hair never locks together. Like, I wouldn't say never, like if I have a really tiny one, maybe, but for me, a braid takes a lot longer to lock than a twist. So in this style, it's not like it's an invisible lock where it could actually lock. This style, it tends not to lock. Just make your parts big enough. I would say though, I was expecting this to be 3 packs of hair with the parts that we had done. However, I was wrong. I was wrong. This was 4 packs of hair. I think next time I'm gonna do my parts bigger. I thought I was doing them bigger this time. I wasn't expecting to have this much hair in my head, I won't lie. But hey, we're here now, but I love it. I love the fullness, but I definitely did not want to have like, this is like a hairstyle. This is a hairdo, and I wasn't expecting that for this time of year. I was expecting like a quick little couple logs, and then I started doing it and I was like, how many boxes are in the back of my head, sister? Girl. Aside from that, I'm really happy with it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you love it. Sorry there are kids screaming in the background, but I hope you truly enjoyed my lock tutorial start to finish. This is what we're looking like. It gives locks. Every time it gives 100% locks, and I love that. If you like this style and you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything I did today, anything at all. Leave that in the comments down below. And as always, subscribe to me. Scroll down, smash the subscribe button, join the BRATTALIE gang. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.